Today we are going to be drawing flamingo pool floats.
Yep, because it's summertime, school just ended, and we're excited to go swimming.
That's right. In fact, as soon as we get this video done, we're going swimming.
It's true.
So we are going to be drawing, like I said, flamingo pool floats. Maddie and I are both going to be using shading today. Maddie's going to be using a deeper shade of pink as her shading method, and I am as well, but I'm also going to add some elements of black. So you can see the differences between the two shadings, and I know they're both going to come out fantastic. You ready to go? All right, first thing we're going to do is we're going to draw the beak to the left-hand side of the page near the top, and you're going to start by making looks like a long skinny C. Yeah, and I'm gonna even pull mine in just a hair further at the bottom, and then I'm gonna go up just like that. And this kind of look like the bottom of a banana, really. Okay? You okay with that one? All right, and then I'm gonna connect these by continuing this line out and then making a pretty sharp turn on the right hand side. Yeah, bring yours up, there you go. Sharp turn, good, that's good, really good. All right, cool, now the beak is done. We're gonna do the top of the head and I'm gonna curve it right into the neck. It's gonna be like a little bit of an S-type curve. Actually, it's not gonna be like an S curve.
It's gonna be like a backwards S curve.
It's gonna be like, yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a backwards S curve. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, a little bit.
Almost like a question mark.
Oh, yeah. Right here, would you say?
Yeah.
Question mark.
Good. All right. Now we're going to draw the underside of the head, which is going to come right out of here and make like a little shallow U shape, just like that. Why don't you go a little further, like right into there. Good, because then the neck's going to come out of here, and it's going to start to get a little bit wider as you go down. Okay, so it starts nice and skinny, and then as you go down, you're gonna get a little further away from this piece, and it's gonna end up looking something like that.
I'll start here?
Yeah.
Mine's like it curves up a little too quick.
I would just start right there. Beautiful. That's a beautiful job. Okay. Now, the back of the neck is gonna go right into the curve of the float, the pool float, and the front part is going to end up being, going to go right into the bottom of the pool float. Yeah. So it does get sort of kind of tricky, but this one here is just going to curve across. Remember our donut video? When we drew donuts, like this is going to be like the donut down here.
That was a while ago.
That was a while ago, but check it out if you haven't seen it. Okay, now the front is going to come down and mimic that same line. We want to make sure it's nice and thick, okay?
You don't want it too skinny or else it might look a little off.
That's right. In our practice, we did one, but it was a little too skinny, so we're going to try to make this one a little thicker. Okay. Try to take up most of that page, Maddie girl. Nice work, okay. Now, this line is gonna pretty much be done. We're not gonna do much with that, at least not for now. This one here is gonna continue to curve up and it's gonna go right into the flamingo's tail feathers, okay? So right about here, we're gonna have the tail feathers come up and we're gonna have one bump, two bumps, and then the tail feathers are gonna just come right back down to there. We're gonna stop right there.
To there?
Higher, like way up in here. Yep, and then make a little bump and another little bump. Good, and then just have it come in like kind of in the middle there and just stop. If we need to adjust that later, we will. Awesome job. Now, the back side of the float is gonna appear to come right out of the back of the neck here. And again, we're gonna make this a pretty healthy size float. So right out of the back of the neck, I'm gonna curve it up. And
I
that
want
curve,
this to be thick too.
yeah, we want this side to look
You
thick
want it to be
too.
thick and then like skinny.
Exactly. It's gonna look a little skinnier because it's further away from us, but we still want it to be a sizable, a pretty sizable thing. So this curve on the back is going to connect right to that tail feather.
Okay.
And I might adjust that. I might adjust that because I actually don't like how that looks. So I'm just gonna bring that tail feather down a tiny bit, and we can have yours come out of here, a little dot, yep, and then it's gonna curve up, and it's gonna meet somewhere in there. It could be a little higher, put a little dot right in there. A little higher than that line, yeah, right there, perfect. If you do a nice little curvy curve.
Okay, the dots actually help.
Nice job. Wow, what a good job. That's coming out awesome. Okay, these are coming out pretty good. So the only thing we have left to do before, well, a couple things. We have to do an eyeball. We have to finish the beak.
Yeah.
We have to put the one wing that we can see on the front here.
And then like make that little line.
Yeah, and then we have
Inside,
to make
so you can
the interior line to indicate where the hole is in the center of the flamingo float. Okay.
Flamingo.
Flamingo float. So I want it to almost be as thick as that, but not quite. So I'm gonna shoot for something like this.
That looks good.
Thank you. So you want to do something similar?
I think yours is gonna look better than mine.
I think yours is gonna look tremendous. Yeah, so you want it to be a little skinnier than that. So yeah, somewhere in there, like draw yourself a little dot right in there, and then try to curve it up and hit that little dot.
Okay. I have to do this. I can't do
Yeah.
what you do.
Oh, you can't? Okay, that's good.
It's too hard for me.
Whatever's comfortable for you. Nailing it today, girl. Wow, these look good.
These do look good.
These look really good. Okay.
Eyeball?
Eyeball first? Yeah, let's do eyeball first. So we're gonna put an eyeball up in here. Pretty sizable eyeball. After all, it is a pool float. It's not an actual flamingo.
Yeah.
And then I think we should just do it the way we usually do our eyeballs.
Yeah.
So down here, do a big circle, and then at the top, a littler circle, and fill in with black. Good.
These look really good.
They do. I really like them. Okay, now we're gonna end up coloring part of this beak black, so you won't see the whole line that I'm about to make, but we would make the slit or the opening
Of the beak.
Yeah, of the beak, right? So it's gonna look like this. That's a nice job. We can then cut the beak about in half. I'm not gonna really cut it in half, but we're gonna color half of it. We're gonna color half of it black. So we're gonna do that by making a little bit of a squiggler line, kind of a little like snake-looking line. Perfect. And it doesn't. There's no one right way to do it. But the bottom half of the beak is going to be colored in black. Cool. Now we're gonna do the wing. So right here, a little to the left of center, we're going to draw a C shape with a really long bottom part. Can you follow me on that?
Mm-hmm.
C shape, really long bottom part.
Okay.
Whoa, we're nailing it. You're nailing it today, girl. Okay. Then what we will do is bring this across with a little swoosh up. So, little swoosh up. A little dip and then a little swoosh up. Yeah. Now, just like an A, come down, just come down a hair further. Good. And then we're gonna go make another little, like kind of like an A, but almost like a wave, right?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Then we're gonna go straight out here. And then we're gonna do 2 more little wavy things. Connect. Wow, nice job.
These look really
They look
good.
awesome. Now, all we really have left to do is coloring, and I think we should do a little shading just because these pool floats need to look 3-dimensional. So we'll just do a little coloring, well, a lot of coloring, a little bit of shading, and we'll have our pool floats done. Let's get started. Okay, you ready to shade?
Yeah.
It's really sharp.
Sure.
So let's start with underneath the head, because underneath here, the light's coming from this side. It'd be really hard for the light to get under here. Okay, then underneath that line a little bit as well, and down the neck to about here, you're going to want to shade it because the light would have trouble getting there. Also, with the light coming here, this whole back piece would have trouble getting the light too. So we're going to just do a thin line, and it's going to really make this look like it curves. Just a thin line down the back here. Good job. Now, also, the light would have a hard time getting underneath the wing. And kind of what's interesting, let's stop right there for a second, because not only would it have a hard time getting underneath the wing, but this whole inner tube curves in right about here, right? Because the whole thing's curved. So from like almost halfway,
Oh yeah.
all the way down, even across the wing, everywhere, it's just all gonna be dark, okay? So I'll show you what that looks like. Good job, okay. Same thing on the inner half of this tube, this part of the pool float. There's a curve there, and from about halfway down, the light's gonna have a real hard time getting in there. So kind of go like, just draw a line like halfway. It's almost gonna kind of connect with this, or come close to that line.
And if you want to make it even more realistic, you can make it down here even darker and like make it kind of lighter as it goes up.
That's exactly right, Maddie. You're so smart. And
Because the light would not get in there at all.
it wouldn't get in there hardly at all. So I'm going to actually use a black in a few minutes because I can't seem to get mine really, really super dark.
I think I might leave mine. I
Yeah,
don't know.
You can do the version where you don't use black. It's always good to be able to show a couple of different versions. Okay, now the back side of the tail, and then I think that's about it.
Yeah, I think that's it.
This is right about when we were done shading, but I took it a step further and put some black in where the light really had a tough time getting to.
Swim. Get on the floaty.
And
God.
flamingo floaties. Flamingo pool floats. We had a great time doing these. Did you have fun, Maddie? All right, well, we hope you had a good time drawing along with us. And until next time, bye.